Good evening, loves, and welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with a taste of the fabulous Summer Rose. Well, you guys know how I like to get this party started, talking about my books, Deepest Thoughts by Lavina, Expressions by Lavina, and My Dirty Little Secret. And we have a new addition to the series. Emotional by Lavina. All the books are available on Amazon, or you can contact me and I can ship you one out. And if you're in the tri-state area, I will gladly bring one to you, or all four, or all three. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. Okay, you guys, you know what? Let me put on my glasses because you know the little itty bitty words just get to me. Kina Pearl Poetry, thank you, love, for joining. How are you doing today? Naya Presents, thank you for joining. Brian, thank you for joining. How are you doing today? Oh, and thank you, Brian. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you. You guys, our guest will be in the building in a few minutes. She said she'd be available at 8:10. So if you guys have any questions, if one of you guys want to pop in for a second, I'll be more than, I'm glad that you're good, Brian. I'll be glad to bring you on. Well, guys, I can tell you, I can share this. So April the 16th, I am going to be live in person at the Queen of Sheba Oasis, located at 205 West 9th Street in Wilmington, Delaware. Tickets are $10. They're available for purchase on Eventbrite. Or if you guys are in the tri-state area, you can contact me and purchase a ticket from me. My Cash App, as a matter of fact, let me put that up on the screen. And you guys, you know, donations are always welcome. My Cash App is $read books. And I say that because with doing all that I do, I still have to work right now. My empire is it's in the process of you know, wait, I did something wrong. I always get flustered and stuff. I need to stop that. I think because I'm still a little nervous about being on live online. I don't know why I get flustered sometimes. But it's all good. Let me see. I don't think I'm doing it right. No. I don't know why I can always have a hard time doing this. Trying to pin it to the screen. Hello, Black Love Goddess. How are you? Hello, Shell Rock. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. Okay, guys, let me see if I can do this again. No. They said to just tap it, but I don't know. Oops. I don't know what I just did. In any case, guys, oh, our guest should be here in a few moments. So we'll just, like I said, if anyone wanted to pop in for a second, you're more than welcome until our guest arrives. I wouldn't mind having someone up here on the screen with me. Oops, that's not right. You know what? Maybe. Okay, guys, I have no clue what I'm doing. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just put it in the comments. Read books. So, I think maybe that's what I was supposed to do. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I got it, guys. I was supposed to put it in the comments and then push on the comment and it would pin it to the screen. Oh, I learned something new today. Okay, let's see how many minutes what we're dealing with here. Okay, let's get in contact with her. None of you guys would like to come on the screen. Oh, you like my hair? Thank you, Brian. I actually have locks. I'm growing locks. This is my third time going around with the locks. The first time I wore them for 15 years. After I had my son, my hair thinned out, and that's common with pregnant women sometimes. My hair thinned out a little, so I cut them and I grew them out for 2 years, and then I cut them, and I cut them after I had my son, and then I started growing them for 2 years, and then so when he turned um, 18 was 2 years. Yes, I started growing them. Well, coming up this November, it'll be 2 years that I'm growing my locks again, and this time it's for keeps because I'm like everything that I want to do. I like wearing my hair natural, and I like wearing a relaxer also, but I like it more natural than relaxed. I can do all the styles that I like to do. Right now, it's in a cute a little bob haircut. So, oh my God, excuse me, guys. Forgive me. Burping on screen. That's so not professional. Forgive me. Um, so, you guys, my new book, Emotional. Let me see. Is there, um, let me see if a poem, one of my poems, let me see if, have I learned any of these poems in this book? Let me see. Or maybe, oh, there is one poem called Question that I can do. How about if I share my first poem that I wrote? It's titled God Is. But I don't feel right doing a poem waiting. Oh, thank you, Brian. Waiting for my guests. But I think I might have to. Star Girl Malcolm, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. How are you doing this evening? Um, let's see. Oh, how about if I share this poem with you guys? I don't have a title for it, but oh, yes, Kiana Pearl, I would love to have you on. Come on, honey. Wait a minute. Let me get you a request. I, okay, I sent you a request, sweetie pie, because I really don't like doing poems on this, shows when it's time for when I have a guest. But for one of you guys to come on and either chat with me or do a poem, I would love that. Kiana, I sent you a hey love. How are you doing,
Hello,
beautiful?
I'm
Thank you so
good.
much. Because I don't like being on the screen by myself, right?
I understand that, but then I got upset because I was getting excited to hear your piece. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh. well, I know I don't like to do poems when it's, the person that I'm having on. But
And
I'll do a little short one. I don't know if I've done this on here before, but it's a little short one. Um, Let me make love. Oh, you know what? See, I don't like it because I like to start off with, I'm just, see, I don't like being out of my element because I'm not prepared to do my poetry,
I
but
completely
I'm going to do this because
get
this is how I like to start it off. This is a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress. Now, my loves, let me make love to you with words that undress your nakedness, exposing your treasure chest of rotted steel, so smooth. I desire just a taste of you. Yes, I believe the head will do. So let me wrap my lips around as my hands slide down, caressing you, drawing you near for all to hear. These words of me making love to my microphone. I love that because people think that I'm going, about to go into some erotic. I'm like, no, I'm just making love to the microphone. I love it.
I
I love
love
speaking.
that. I love that. And your delivery is everything. I love your tone of voice. It's
Oh,
amazing.
thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. I don't know. I don't usually bring people back in, but for a show, but I want to bring you back again one of these nights
That would be
because I
great.
enjoy having you
I
on the
really
show.
enjoyed myself. It was great. And it was the first live that I've ever done like that. That was kind of more interview style. So I had fun. I would
Hmm.
back anytime. Just let me know.
Okay. Now, would you like to share a piece with us, please?
Sure. I have a quick one that I can share. This is called Writer.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
wait, ladies and gentlemen, a taste of Kiana Pearl.
Thank you. I'm a tragically insecure writer. I crave days I feel beautiful and love fondling pretty words, lacing them together like naked limbs of long distance lovers who haven't touched one another in a while. I stopped writing for 5 years, but the tension has been rising since I shoved my poetry into inside out pockets and packed away the rest into imaginary boxes too many arm lengths away. I am straining to reach them. Didn't sort or label my poems by cut or by clarity. Their sin and sincerity are bleeding into each other. The
Mm,
expiration dates read the day I don't remember, and those days have come and gone. I've
mm,
let my own art slip from the insides of my fingers, buried my voice alive, and never gave her a gravestone. No monument, no memorial. A
mm,
silent death I only hear when it's waking me up at night. I stumble in my sleep because the writer in me is tripping over herself, falling against my eyelids until they flutter. I am finally wide awake,
mm,
ready to soothe her, dig her up and dust her off, give her permission to breathe, allow her a space to grieve the pieces of us that are missing. We will look for them together between every cushion in the corners of my mind, and we'll share the disappointment over parts that we can't find. And I will tell her I am sorry because
mm.
because looking for poetry I wrote while I was high makes me painfully sober again. But losing what I wrote about Marcos felt like he died all over again.
Mm.
The writer in me, I am slowly stepping back into my skin, and I commit to never neglecting you or rejecting you again. And that's that piece.
I love your poetry. I do. I do. And I love you. I love your spirit. Thank you for sharing with us. And thank you for coming on
No
and
problem.
just being here with me because people don't know. It means a lot to me. In person, I'm good with being out front, but online, I'm like, help. So thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I just wanted to pop in and show some love. I love your show, so I'll be watching. I'll be in the comments.
Thank you. God
Thank you.
bless you, baby.
Bye bye.
I'm hoping that this is our guest. Yes, it is. Okay. Good evening, loves, and welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with the fabulous Summer Rose. Good evening, dear.
Hey,
How are
good
you doing?
evening.
Okay, God.
I am grateful. I am grateful. I messaged you, but I didn't get to respond back. Let me just clean this off because my fingers got all the lip gloss all over it. There we go.
How are
How are
you
you
doing?
tonight?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm grateful. I am grateful, and I am here, and I made it, and I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, thank you. We're happy to see you also. Now, oh, you know what? I meant to also say while I was waiting, Sharice Brown, aka Queen 48, sweetheart, thank you so much for all your love and support. We appreciate it. She's a real sweetheart. One afternoon, I'm gonna have her on the
Oh
show.
yes, I heard her on one on poetry.
Okay, so you guys, yeah, can get
Mm-hmm.
a glimpse of her. But it's your time, and let me tell the audience a little bit about Summer Rose, and then we'll let Summer Rose talk to us. Summer Rose is a creative writer, poet, educator, and founder of Creative Expressions Workshops, where she teaches and promotes healing. She is also the creator and host of Drop the Mic Show. Now, in Summer Rose, oh, we see she loves butterflies, guys.
I'm right back. Yes, I wanted to show you my butterflies.
Okay.
There we go.
Now, Miss Summer Rose, what sparked your passion for writing and speaking?
I'm trying to get this to stay steady and it's not, so I might have to turn it off. Okay, so what sparked my passion for writing, you said,
And speaking.
and speaking? I don't know. I would say I was just born loud from when I was small. I always had a way of looking at things differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, since I was a child, I used to ask the most strangest questions. Like I would say, so Dad, if the world is round, then why aren't we falling off of it? Why if the world, like stuff like that. Or I would just have these, you know, really interesting ideas. So I always knew from an early age that I looked at things in a different way. And so as I got older, I felt like I had a passion to share stories, and share, you know, how my view of the world in a unique way. And yeah, so that's where it started from my childhood, just looking at things from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, one of your you also have a passion for art, for painting, or you with is it painting or collecting art? Just going to art museums. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, my friends know I love art in general. I haven't been, you know, through COVID time, I haven't really gone to the galleries that much, but I do enjoy that. I feel like art is another way of sharing a story, and in sharing, embodying like who you are. So I love also to create art. I feel like it's another way, to express. And the beautiful thing about it is it doesn't revolve you saying anything, it's the words. I think it just takes me in, into the inner world, and I can express freely and leave it to those on the outside to interpret. So I love visual arts. I'm not much of a big collector, but I'm starting to collect my own. I'm starting to make my own art a collection, and I like that. Like I said, my home will eventually be like a little gallery. That's my goal.
Now,
So yeah.
the butterflies, have you made any of those or you bought those? Where'd they come
Yeah, people always ask me that if I made these. So I love what the butterfly symbolize to me. And so I just found different, like, you know, different places I'd find little sticker or different types of butterflies. Some of them used to light up.
from? Mm-hmm.
And when I work with kids, it's always a nice thing to see instead of a boring plain wall. So that was also my inspiration as a children. Like they'd have something and feel, you know, like, oh, there's, you know, there's a positive background, and that would make them feel a little happy when they have to be online.
That's what's up.
And it makes me happy too. So
I like that. I like that. Now you said eventually you'll paint. Now, have you thought about putting like painting a painting a painting and having a poem to go with that painting? Like if
yes, yes,
art.
yes, I'm thinking about that. And sometimes it's kind of weird because I used to believe that like my artwork would not go with like the creativity of working with my poetry. Like I find in the past when I was in like a zone to do art, like visual art, then all of a sudden I would just completely stop writing, or it's just like I kind of zone into that And I don't know what it was, but I took an art class a year before COVID, and I was just getting into watercolor because I've never used watercolor as my medium. I always did acrylic or oil. And then it was fascinating to me. It was something different. All of a sudden, when the class ended, I kind of felt not as motivated because it was a group thing. I stopped. And then COVID came, the pandemic came, and then I went back into writing. So the art was just like, I don't know the energy for that. It was just in the back end, right? And then I don't know what, I don't remember when it triggered me to kind of get back into it. I think I was listening to some music. I was on, that's Blood Brother Mike and Allen Sound. They have like the Sunday night thing going on. So I just started saying, oh, let me just do a little creation while I listen. And it sparked from there. And so I basically broke my own, I guess I challenged myself because I started to continue to do the art and then I continued to write. So what I told myself was, okay, well, you just do a little bit of this day and keep writing another day. And then before I knew it, I was able to do both together. So I was really happy about that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's because it is a challenge, but then it's like I have both of those as a passion. So I said, okay, a little bit at a time, and it will be something that I can always go to either or.
Exactly. And that's the thing about our, gifts and talents, our passions, that they evolve and you find yourself, stretching out and expanding and creating other things. So that is awesome. And I would also like to say, because I did a podcast on all inward emotions or outward expressions of art. It's some kind of art form. And I really am glad that people use art as an expression to release, anger, frustration, happiness, joy, whatever it is that they're going through. And please, because we're talking about that, because you, in your bio, you have the creative workshops to help people with healing. That tell us a little bit about that. Like, what do you do in order to help someone to release, to heal?
So yes, that's an awesome question. So going back on the same theme of expression and creativity, when I think about art in a helpful sense, well, the idea when you come together as a group and I do the facilitations, I encourage people to basically just let themselves be moved freely. So the idea is to create art not by focusing on necessarily the details. Sometimes there's a bit of a guide. I might, offer a guide. We pick a topic. If it's in a group setting, the activity is kind of already prepared. So it's really a free expression. And what I try to encourage is that when we say, for example, when we're speaking something, we kind of have the exact, in the moment we know what we're going to say or we want to write it down. But when we allow the artistic process using different mediums, whether it's a marker, whether it's doodling, it allows for that unconscious, like the reveal, things that maybe sometimes we have a struggle with talking about, or we have a hard time maybe coming up with the feeling. So for example, we did, I like this exercise, it's waves of emotion. So you just, using a medium and just not stopping and then breathing in the process and feeling your different breaths. So hold your breaths, keep, and then it just shows you. And so some of the feedback I had was at different points, some found like emotions coming up because it was different trying to control and feel that with the drawing. And when they looked at their drawing, they were able to interpret. So it's not about judging. So it's about leaving the judgment of the art, but more so allowing yourself to have that inward reflection of, okay, what does my piece say to me, or what insights can be drawn? And so that creates an open conversation. I love the group setting for that. I know some here have been on it, Carla Jean, my friend Tess. A couple of people have I started morally in the COVID time, but it is something that creates such beautiful, deep healing reflections. And then when afterwards, we take those reflections and we kind of come up with something to work with, an action going forward, whether it's some goals to set. And yeah, it's pretty releasing, even just to feel calm. So that's kind of a bit of what we do in the art workshops.
That's one thing I like about breathing techniques. Oh my God, they will open up a whole world of possibilities and healing. It's good for the digestive system. Well, actually, for every system in the body, no matter what you're doing, it just brings about a peace and a calmness. And
yes, I want to show you something too. That's so funny that you mentioned that. So I'm really big on, I'm trying to recycle. So I made, I was trying to do an abstract, and I made this the cool black and white pattern. And I was so fascinated that like I wouldn't be able to do the pattern again. So I begged a friend of mine if she could photocopy it on art paper, like, and almost destroyed her printer. But nevertheless, I went home and I was able to use the print. So so today in my downtime, I'm not finished, but this is kind of what I have been doing. You can still see it. Yeah, thanks. I don't know if you can make out the image of it's a little bit kind of an indigenous theme. There's a turtle, and then I'm going to be using the primary colors around it. But yeah, it's just something fun, and this is relieving because you can just go from pattern to pattern and just do your own, like whatever colors you choose.
The deal is, and if you left it like that, that is beautiful,
Oh yeah, right. The unexpected. I was like, yeah.
That's what I like about art. It's coming from you, so it's just, no one can say, oh, that's not done, or
right,
whatever. Like if I wanted to purchase that piece like that, it is beautiful enough to be purchased the way it is. And when you said you wanted to add more to it, it's still growing and moving, and it tells us of your vision of that piece in which you need. But it's just beautiful. Yes. You're going to have to show us.
I brought some stuff for you because I was like, okay, we talked about art, and I remember seeing the art. You had a show and there was somebody displaying their art.
Her name was
yes, I was so fascinated. I was like, wait, stop. Wait, don't move. She was like a virtual tour guide. Yeah. So I have one more piece to show you because I prepared. I was like, okay, let me this was a mistake. And so again, about creativity, and what I encourage people is to use their mistakes as well, right? So this was just sort of like an accident. You're gonna get a reflection, and it turned into something sort of marbly. Yeah. So so I basically it was basically like leftover paint, and it fell. The paper fell into it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna use it. I'm not wasting this. And then I just kind of added other things to it to kind of make it into what it is now.
It's beautiful. I like that also. All right, Miss Girl. Please share with us a taste of the fabulous Summer Rose poetry.
Awesome. Well, good evening, everybody. I am Summer Rose. You can't have the rose without the thorns, so handle with care. My first piece is Identity Crisis. We often walk around with distorted self-portraits, and there's really nothing gorgeous about being obsessed with our looks and proportions. A man stands in the mirror who looks, and all he sees are distortions. A woman goes to the doctor who then looks at the knife and tells her, I can fix it. I can fix it. Fixing things. How did we get here? Identity crisis. You see, I met myself in the mirror. I had to accept the fragments of fragile pieces to the narrative I couldn't make up. This cover girl was about to come undone, so I slowly started taking apart the parts of a broken and darkened heart, raw, just me. Trace lines of tears down brown skin face. The pain was my eyeliner, and I found myself escaping mediation, a prayer weeping on my lips as my lipstick broken. How could an image so crooked ever become glamorous, beautiful to a fault, when the shutting down of our internal cameras is spiritual assault? Identity crisis. Too proud to let me go, I picked up the paintbrush and started to cover up the spots of my blemished ego. Fixing things is a check that never balances. Doing it ourselves instead of giving it God to task to unmask the broken canvases. You see, we see well with our physical eyes, but with darkened hearts, we are blind to see the results of Satan's lies. Looking into the mirror of our soul and wonder why our spiritual lives seem so grim. Well, when true light is hidden from our inner sight, then our insight is dim. But who told you you were naked? Who told you that you were not good enough? Our minds are intoxicated by the enemy's cocktails mix, media's mix. It's about time to look at ourselves and yell, plot, twist. So I have lost count, trying to think of the times truth and lies have been purposely intertwined to defray the minds of humankind. Like a drunken man, nearly tipping over, we succumbed in our barely conscious, barely sober identity crisis. We keep looking in the mirror to see our flaws and all. When will we come down the ladder of pride and climb the spiritual wall? Who taught you all this self-hatred? Who told you that you were naked? Who told you to crawl on your knees instead of standing on your own two? Who told you to be ashamed of you? We have blurred self-concepts. Do you remember how the scheming schemer spoke to Eve and changed up the whole context? And so he told her, if you eat of this fruit, you shall not surely die. And there he began telling our first parents their very first lie, how to doubt and deny. You see, questions like, who am I, become hard to answer when we can't identify. Now, the picture in our minds are distorted, not because the mirror is dirty, but because you no longer see yourself the way God sees you. But you see, God sees through any form of distortion, so any part or portion propaganda used in your mind to make fortune should be excised, executed, refuted, and aborted. Because too many hands of greed ferociously feed their deviant plans. But I have news for you. With God, everything is custom made. And if you check the details in his design, you see it's only A grade. And it really doesn't matter whether you got on t-shirts, rock tags, wear flags, or you're feeling fresh to death like you were dipped in Tide. You see, God thought about every detail from the outside and the inside. And just when the enemy thought that he had you tightly in his clutch, here comes the Savior with the master touch. And no Adobe Photoshop or Corel Painter can do what he does, make masterpieces with his paintbrush. Because you are the unrehearsed script in God's stage play. He blinks his eye and you transform metamorphosis. Yet there is no metaphor for this because similes and linguistics don't stand up to his lyrics. So we must open our eyes. We must open our eyes because there is still more for us to see. It's time to accept your true worth because you were put on this earth to be all you can be. No more hiding behind trees, covering with leaves. It's time to see yourself in the image God created. This time, this picture will be the one that's celebrated. And every time you ask, am I beautiful? Your Father will answer, yes, you are. I made you in my image, so you don't have to go far. And if you don't think you're beautiful, I'm telling you, yes, you are. Cool.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love that. I love that. Yes, definitely.
One of my favorites too. It's a long one, but
Yeah, but it's still,
necessary.
yeah, there it is. Yes, because so many people don't think that they are beautiful when they are, so it's awesome. Please, if you would like to say hello to some of the people in the audience, do so.
Yes, shout out to I see Carla Jean and I see Jay. Thank you, Jay, for coming through. I see I can't read that name, rah rah. And then Brooke was here, Outspoken Words. Hey, hey.
Hey,
And that's all I see for now. And some other people had come, but probably hopping in and out. But yes, thank you so much for showing up, y'all. This is awesome.
yes,
I love it.
yes,
Love
yes.
to see the love.
And yes, we do. We appreciate it. Now, it's that time of the show where I ask 3 questions pertaining to my books. Give me one of your deepest thoughts, one of your favorite expressions, and one of your dirty little secrets. Please.
So first again,
One of your deepest thoughts,
and
your favorite
okay, so I'll do the
expression.
deepest.
Mhm.
Oh man, when you're in the chair, it's like all of a sudden your brain goes blank. um, my deepest thoughts will always be my deepest thought will always be, am I living out my purpose? Like I will always think about how I'm am I doing what am I fulfilling my assignment? Am I really like what are the signs that I am accomplishing the things that I believe God has in store for me? So it's a continuous thing, and it's those are the thoughts I think about often because like life is so interesting. You throw the curveballs, things change. You may have a goal in mind, and then tomorrow something comes up. So those are my deep thoughts: is to really, really question what does God have me to do, and am I really meeting the mark? Because it's one of those things I feel like we keep going, but we don't get to like we just keep going. We don't get to really say yet. Like we can't determine the future, right? We just know that we have to go. We work towards a goal, and we see things being revealed and come to us. But the stamp of approval always comes from God, and so we will never we won't ever have like a full like no matter what we do. God can say, "Oh, I want to do some more. Oh, yeah, you would like to draw? Okay, well, I'm going to give you this instead." So it's just something that I see is an unfolding process, and the more I connect, the more it's revealed to me. So that's always one of my deepest thoughts.
That's awesome.
It's spiritual, yeah.
Um, and it's good that you are aware and that you ask and that you desire to do what God would have you to do. Um, So,
Yeah.
but I want you to hold that thought because for later, because I have another question. It's going, but in any case, give me your favorite expression, something you always say.
I don't know. I really don't, because I'm laughing because that's interesting. And I should have had it because I say so many crazy things. I'm a person that just comes up with stuff off my top of my head. Um, hmm. I wish like Carla Jean or somebody would think of something that I always say and just drop it in the comment. Jay, you know something I always say. Let's see. Like if you give me a scenario, maybe I can think of something. Like I would say outside.
Well, I always say cool beans to whatever people might tell me. Like if it's something, whether it's something great, something not so great, the answer is always
Yeah.
cool beans,
Okay.
Um, so it
Okay,
keeps.
I have it. It's coming to me. I always say something like, hold on, it's coming to me. It's kind of corny, but it's like I say, we don't say like what's the T here? Like, well, I'll say, oh, okay, this is a phrase. This is so old school, but we say, so if I'm gonna tell my friend something that is like a drama, but it's also kind of funny, but it might not be really funny in the sense of like, it's just to capture their attention. So I'll say, catch the joke. And I'll always say like, catch the joke. And then it's like, where's the joke? But it's not really funny. It's just like the irony of this is really not funny. So I'll start off saying like, so catch the joke. And then, yeah, that's one thing I always say. And I have another one and I can't remember, but it's really like a funny rhyme and I don't remember off the top. When I remember, I'll say it. Well, that's just one of them.
That's fine.
Yeah, catch the jokes. Okay, it's the phrase. So everyone, my friends hear that, they know I'm about to vent about something.
That's what's up. Now give us one little secrets.
It will have to be about food. Okay, I have probably a million because it's all gonna be about food. Okay, two. Well, so one of my dirty little secrets, or I would say it's a dirty little secret. Not really dirty, but I know I'm gonna get enemies after this. I don't like cheesecake. No, I can't lie.
You might not get.
I have never been a fan. Like I've tried it. I've only once enjoyed cheesecake, and it was a chocolate marble because it had so much chocolate. There's just something. There's a pina colada kind that had a lot of fruits. But other than that, that is not a go-to for me. I'm not excited. You can have all of it. Enjoy. So people are surprised, like, yes, gas, because it ain't my cup of tea.
What else? What's your other?
Okay, so it's not a dirty secret, but I mean, it is something that people would not really know of me. I do not like elevators, and I don't care how. I could be 99. So there's a thing that I do. So when I come in, I always check to see. This is so silly, but I like to see which elevator that has like makes the least sound, is like not noisy or whatever, or opens faster, and then I'll take it. If it's not the one that I want, I'm taking the stairs and getting my exercise, and I'm good. I will avoid. I could have everything in my hand, and I am taking the stairs to get up onto my floor. I don't care. I'm not taking the elevator. I just don't like the elevator. I feel it's just creepy. So that's something.
Listen, it's understandable. It's understandable. And then sometimes when you watch movies and stuff happen in the elevator, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it like traumatized me, and it's like, and so sometimes even when I'm in it, I'm thinking of all the things that like I could distract myself with. So if it got a mirror, great. Okay, I could just look at myself in the mirror and just talk to myself. Hey, like just read something off the wall. But I am, and worse if my friend, like I remember visiting a friend that she lived like on a high floor. I was just like, girl, you gotta come down, get me, and we gonna travel up to heaven together, because I'm not. And when the door decides to open slowly, I'm just like, my heart is racing, like, okay, now we're good. Because I've never been stuck myself. But when I was, kind of maybe when I was a kid, but we used to have a trick where we would just jump up and down, and that's not going to work. So I was just like, I'd rather not go through that. Stairs is okay. I only live on the 4th floor. So I'm good. So there y'all have it.
She said, there it is. You guys have it. Okay.
We're gonna go to heaven together. So Lavina, come on, you're gonna come down and take me up like a little girl. We're gonna travel together.
I be telling my girl, let's just go out somewhere. Look.
Oh my goodness.
Funny.
I bring everything. I'm like, I have to have a phone. I have a checklist, like, okay, I gotta have water, I have phone, I gotta have That and the cheesecake is a no.
She said no cheesecake. No. That's funny. That's
no, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, you are comical.
I wasn't trying. I'm just saying, like anything. And then worse, if we can go on about this, because I was gonna tell you, like when it smells bad in there, oh, that's another thing. I will have a panic. I was like, I can't breathe. Just because it smells bad. It's like, I don't know who came in there before, or what happened, or they had a dog, a cat, or whatever. I don't know, but
you said it's just.
I am gone. I am.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
You are. It's funny.
I'm gone. Like the midnight train to Georgia, I am gone. And I know that, like, I'm getting my exercise. Something. Yeah.
You are hilarious. Okay, wait. Please tell us about your show, Drop the Mic.
Yes. Okay, so Drop the Mic is every Thursday. I try to do it every Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say about the show? It's just a very fun experience. I started it off when I thought about what is Drop the Mic? What would that mean? And I thought about creating something where people would have, like, they want to get something off their chest, but in an artistic way. They want to share. They want to have like a really engaging interview, and it will give artists a chance to feature or just to discuss a topic that's relevant to them. I even told people, like, if you have a testimony, like you have a story you want to share, like make the time. Because Drop the Mic, when I think of, even performances on TV, it's like when you see that, it's like you just made an announcement, like you just left something, some food, some thought for people to think about and resonate with. So that idea is like, come on here, bring your best, and share something with the world. What can the world know more about you, or what do you want the world to know? So that's where it is, and it's every Thursday. I feature, so far has been mainly poets that are featured. They want to feature what they're coming out with, their book, and drop some dope poetry. I like to mix it up. So my idea is to just have fun. I like to create content about around the artist, and personally, like, you'll see different shows. Like if somebody's from a particular location, I'll do my research, and that will be incorporated in the show. So it's fun, and I try to encourage the audience to engage. So that's just what it's all about. Great chance to feature. So come on down on Thursdays for Drop the Mic.
That's what's up.
But bring your best, because we're gonna drop the mic. Yeah.
She's like, because I want you to.
Sir.
That's what's up. I got it. Have you written a book, or do you plan to write a book and share it with the world?
Yes, I am. I have not completed the book yet, but that is one of my goals for this year. So I will be complete. I'll be ready. I will say I want to do a few more things, because I think about it. For me, it's like I want to be very creative. It's taken me a little longer, because for that reason, I'm just like, wait a second, this is like my favorite work. Like, why? I don't want just to put it together and then put it out there. Like, I always think about more of what's going to be in the future when somebody picks it up. So I want to spend a little bit more time in some creative aspects of it, but definitely it's my goal for this year. So yeah.
Excellent.
I will be working on that.
Congratulations. Now, please give us a double taste of the fabulous Summer Rose.
Oh, you sure you don't want no more crazy stories? Or no more elevators? Okay, we're going to be.
Listen, the conversation's not done yet, so you might give us some more stories about what's going on with you in the elevator.
Oh, no. We ain't go. This is not R. Kelly. We good. I was just saying, because it was funny. Oh, man. But you know what? I feel like the poems are stories. So I had like a set for you, like what I was going to do. And then now I just feel like I don't know. I'm blaming you. Okay. So now this is so different. So now I'm going to flip the script, and because I feel like the fun energy. So now I'm going to do this one that I wrote. I don't even know. Sometimes I wake up with a poem, but this one is fun. And then I'll see what you think after. Okay. Have you ever seen, I'm going to laugh. I'm like, I need to turn off the lights. I need to wear, okay. So those who know me know this one, or probably heard it once before, but yeah, here we go. The Ghost of Lover's Lane. Have you ever seen the ghost of Lover's Lane? You'll hear them howling in the night. Crisp, cool breeze passes by your feet. A flurry, floundering flush of emotion runs down the middle of your back as you shudder, because the pain and the memories are too real to be forgotten. Have you ever seen a ghost? Have you ever seen them? On Lover's Lane, they haunt you in the darkness of night. They come into your dreams door if you keep it ajar. They never ask permission. They come to take your energy and steal your peace. Sweet syrupy mess of anxiety when you should be at ease trying to rest. Have you ever seen these ghosts? They will come and ask you for requests of love when they know they are not ready to give it back. And you will be in your slumber, a silly-minded lover, seeking to answer their call and only find yourself following a phantom, an apparition, something that is not real. But it's real. When you hear the sound, you feel to crawl under your bed for safety like a child. Then you realize that nowhere is safe. Nowhere, not for these haunted houses. These haunted houses are old, have been stuck in the past, and they need to be cleaned. The chairs are broken. The windows are cracked. The cobwebs have filled up, and you need to dust them out. And then you'll see them, sometimes in the form of a beautiful figure, and they will come as charming as a butterfly, and you won't recognize it's only a ghost in couture. Who are you gonna call? You see, there is no ghostbuster for these dusters, because these are the ghosts of Lover's Lane. I've heard the people talk about them. I've heard the mothers by the windows, women whispering between coffee shops, sitting on stool steps, walking through the malls to the butcher shops, or even in the hair salon. I've heard them. I've heard them talk about the ghosts on Lover's Lane. I've heard their hearts being broken by these spooky ghosts and the features they have crafted. I've heard them steep their wounds in their tears. I've heard them cry. I've heard them bury their souls at funerals where no one else showed up. And I've seen them burn the ashes of their pain in the soil of Lover's Lane. And yet, I wonder, what do they really, really want? Why do they come in the middle of the night, a time where it calls for rest, what minds need best, and lay in beds where comforting thoughts can rest? But there is no rest for the weary soul after they have been spooked by these sneaky, sneaky ghosts. So tell me, if your heart has been taken apart, if you have heard the murmurs and you have seen the shadows on the wall, if your tears on sorrowed pillow stains, tell me, have you seen the ghosts on Lover's Lane?
I don't want to see them ghosts.
That's right. That's what's up.
Wow.
That is what's up.
That I like how you put that together, though. It was like a story, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that poem could actually turn into a book, or you know what I'm saying? You could just go,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I mean, 'cause when you think about it, I mean, I don't know if it's for sure, but I've heard before that spirits sometimes when they don't leave the earth because they're angry and they don't want to go, so they stay here and haunt, you know, other people. But
Mm-hmm.
so
So that's like, right.
you know,
Yeah, that's so funny. Go ahead.
yeah. So that no, I'm just saying that's really interesting that you know, what inspired that poem.
Yes, well, I just felt like I was hearing too many stories and sad stories and catch the joke stories, and like, you know, I was just hearing too many things of women's experiences in love situationships of you know, maybe feeling like they were convinced that they were in a real relationship, and then before they knew it, they were so disastrously disappointed, and I'd hear, how much they invested their time. And so it just came to me and I thought, what other way to express this emotion and capture it in a unique way. And of course, when you mentioned about the haunting and the ghost, I was trying to use that creative imagery to kind of as a metaphor, like, but this is basically those types of lovers or relationships where there's an ambiguity, or there's a convincing that this person wants to be in their love, and then the other person might give them love, and then it's like, oh wait, I'm gone, and they go and they disappear, or they vanish, or it's not what they thought it was, without no reason. So that's kind of where the idea came from, and I felt to make it I felt to put it that way so that those who might have really gone through a very awful experience can have something in a kind of fun way to look at it and kind of have their story sort of somewhat be represented, you know what I mean, like, or heard. So yeah, it's just a fun way of looking at those types of
I do
situations.
Like I totally identify, because when you get in a relationship with someone and they're doing everything and you're giving everything that because I've been in a relationship before, so I know what a relationship feels like, looks like. I know what love is and things of that nature. And then when it comes down to that serious commitment time, oh, we're just friends. Friends? You understand? So that's good. So I can understand where you were, going with that. And
yeah. And it's not to make light of like people's experience because pain. It's just that it's a way to use creative, and this is what art is to me can do. It can help us to have a new perspective and not be so attached to the painful part, but kind of look at it from a different angle, and then it'd be something that, okay, that's just one experience and I have so many other, a way to lighten it a little bit.
It's also a way to heal.
That's right, exactly. In that essence.
Definitely have to. Sorry about all the noise, the motorcycles that just went by. If you guys,
it was a ghost.
As long as he stay outside, he good. But, you have to look at things from a different perspective, also from the person's perspective, in order to let go. Sometimes, because if not, you'll be stuck, and that's like one of the worst things, being stuck. And I found that with being stuck, you got to identify where the bond happened, because that's when you get set free from stuff. It's like you need to go back and identify, okay, this is where, and this is why I latched on to this right here. Let that stuff go. So, all right, young girl, bringing some wisdom, enlightenment, in a nice, savvy, fun way. Yes, I like that. And that's what's needed in the world. It can't be everybody's perspective and everybody's art and stuff. You're giving us Summer Rose poetry from your, like you said, the way you think and you see things. You're giving us that, and I love this. So I'm glad you didn't do what you were gonna do. You're giving us you, and that's what I want. I'm like,
it's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's you.
Taste of you. Thank you.
You want to know something so funny? So you're wearing one shoulder, and actually I had a dress that I was like, I have to wear this tonight, and I was gonna wear this like same one shoulder thing, and then I just felt like last minute I like purple, but it was so funny because I got you got the hat, so I was just like,
you should have.
We're really on the same page today.
Yes, you was in the seat, we was vibing. You should have put it on, but it's okay. I'm glad you.
Yes,
I like you. I like the fedora hat.
Thank you. I need to get red like you, and then I'm good. I just need to get red, and then I'll be set. Get a red and white,
and a white one. Because I need a white one. I found one at this store that I purchased this one from, but they only had cream. I'm like, no, I need a white one.
No, the white, yeah. And I want it a wide brim.
Yeah, the white one I have, it's too small. Because of my hair, I didn't throw it away. It's actually on the wall. But
okay.
Yeah, my hats. I had to buy new hats because growing out my locks, um, they were too small. I was like, okay, this is not fitting, and I'm doing the show. My head is hurting, and I'm like, I'm serious.
Yes.
I'm serious.
Wow.
But I asked for a double dose.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm ready for you. I got double, triple, whatever ice cream. How much ice cream scoops you would or Lavina like?
let's get,
This is
let's get. Give me another double scoop, please.
okay. So I have to give you a choice. Okay, so it's Women's Month. You know what? Yeah, it's Women's Month, right? So do you want something that is like, I gotta breathe when I do this. Okay, I'm just gonna do it for you. I answered your thoughts. I read your mind. You said yes. Did you say yes?
Do the poem, girl. Do the poem. Do the women's. It's for Women's Month. We are fabulousness. Celebrate.
But the joke is, this is like a tell you like it is poem. This isn't the Well, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I haven't done this in a long time, so anyways. I need to take a breath. Can I do that?
Yes, breathe. Yes.
No, because this one is gonna trip me up if I don't. Oh, all right. I'm gonna try my best. I need to clear my throat. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 2 seconds.
Cool beans. You guys, thank you
I got you
tonight. Summer Rose, blessing. She's a sweetie pie. I'm loving her. She's.
Oh no, I got my floor. There we go. Yes. Okay. So here we go. I am not another commodity. Next to your car, your watch, your shoes, your rims, and perhaps other things. I am not for sale and most definitely not for free. So don't you try to price tag me. I am not down with being your side piece or your man purse or trendy new fashion out of Manhattan. I am worth more than what's new and in style because I'm the type of girl that you can't stop and file. I am a gift, and I suggest you unwrap me carefully to reveal all the good qualities inside of me. You see, I was designed by the Creator, and He made me for a purpose greater. So I'm not sure of your intentions, but I can see through humorless pretension. Honey, I hope you're really thinking before you check me out. If you want a real woman, then honey, you need to invest in my bank account. Recognize I'm not talking dollars. I'm talking about your love currency. Don't try to withdraw if you ain't got nothing to offer me. You need to deposit respect and honesty, love and gratitude. I need a God-fearing man with the right kind of attitude.
What?
Know me for my true worth. I'm authentic, fearfully and wonderfully made. A grade, not a phony, bootleg knockoff, honey. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be rude, but see, honey, I won't settle for less. Why take a knockoff when you can go for the best? A game. This ain't soul food. This is the new food. Better yet, new truth. Do the math. It's probably cheaper to keep her. Now try selling that at your sale booth. See, I'm not the type to fall for hype or all into myself. You can't play me and then put me back on the shelf.
What?
I can be down if you're down, but I take this moment to carefully remind you that we are two different but equal people. You can look, but don't touch. Sometimes your sentiments, they make me blush. How sweet. The way you allure me. I see you making noise with all your boys thinking you can score me. Don't befriend me just because you think you can own me. Ask me for my number, but then don't phone me. I'm only good for a Friday or a Saturday call. They must have you real busy working down at the mall. What you say again? Don't call you Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? What is this, McDonald's? Don't get it wrong. I'm not a cheap meal or a cheap deal or high maintenance. Shorty, I got enough value to give you change to get some common sense. I am not a commodity. Next to your watch, your cars, your rims, of things, or perhaps other things, you can't hold me the way you hold an iPhone. Put me in the back of your mind's pocket, then forget me at home. I am not for sale, and most definitely not for free. So you don't try to price tag me. I'm not down with being your side piece or your man purse or trendy new fashion out of Manhattan. I am worth more than what's new and in style. Because I'm the type of girl that you can't stalk and file. Matter of fact, I'm intelligent, worthwhile. I think on my own too. Christ's love manifested in me, no envy. I'm letting you know the deal. This chick is for real. Check my status. This chick is for real. Don't be cheap because the quality in me costs more than your Ferragamos. I hold more weight than 2 plates of your egos. So don't compare me, Mr. Steve Madden, because I buy my own Manolos till I ain't for sale, and I am not for free. I am not another commodity next to your car, your watch, your shoes, your rims, and perhaps other things. Christ's love manifested in me, no envy. I'm letting you know the deal. Check my status. This chick is for real. I can be that good sister for you. I can be that good sister. You need to recognize my worth. Carefully cultivate this soil before you think to plant seeds in my earth. See, I'm hip to those type of games, and I'm quick to throw away the ladder and watch it go up in flames. You do that to Donna, Karen, and why you really don't know my name? Lame, I'm more than material or physical. The trivial capture my essence. I'm real and I am spiritual. But I see you. I see you really want a chance, and I'm giving you a free throw. Don't forget my worth, because you got a big ego. But if you're truly, really feeling me, you truly want to know me, I'm yours, but please handle with care. But like I said, I'm a gift, not a commodity, not something you wear. As much as I love my brothers, there's only just one thing that bothers me. So put this on your memo. I am not a commodity. Oh. Happy Women's Day, y'all. Women's what?
Honey, so nice. I had to do it actually 3 times.
I'm so sorry though. I lost my throat.
Oh my God, I love that poem. It was a nice tell-off, but
Yeah.
but it wasn't harsh or like rude. It was just like, honey, please know who you're dealing with and step correctly. So I like that.
Precisely. What do you say, cool beans?
That is it, honey. That is it. I love that.
And I remember I'll say woo child, but it comes naturally. It has to be something like
to make you want to go woo child. Yes, that
yes.
Definitely have to have something. Yeah.
Or if it's really funny, I still do that because lately the Insta streets is just too crazy, and I find myself holding my stomach laughing. Woo child.
Okay. Okay. I like that poem. That was nice. That was like, you definitely have got to put out a book, sweetheart. Definitely. Yeah, you got to.
I always wonder because some pieces, though, I always imagine them for performance. I always thought, like, I think 2 things, like, what would it sound like, or what would it be like? Sorry, if when I'm putting it in a book and it's not in my own voice. Sometimes I think to edit, like, okay, because the reading style to me is, I feel so like conscious about that, like, oh wait, that's not gonna be. So I actually have different kinds of poems just for that, like ones that I know that can be read still with emphasis, but don't require all that extra expression.
I'm gonna tell you, put it in there anyway, because like my poetry, to me, it's a good read. But people, when they hear me speak them, like, whoa, it's an experience for them. So even if you think it might not, go over well, you can't say that, because there are so many different types of people in the world. And not only that, if you wrote it, God gave you something to say. And that's where I come from. I know I'm operating in purpose. So based on that, I'm like, I'm not going to let anyone say what I should or shouldn't do,
Right.
So I think, like I said, the way you say it and whatnot, because sometimes you just, well, from the way I grew up, oh, it's a cuss out, you know, and God had to teach me. I'm telling you,
Wait,
girl,
tell us about that, Lavina. Gives me an example. I'm just
you know,
kidding.
I have come a long way.
Amen.
I
Saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, water baptized.
Yeah, I did not play. And I still
You
do
found a
that
new
now.
life.
I had to learn to cry when I was hurt because
Mm-hmm.
someone hurt me. I got angry and we about to fight. That's what happened. You know?
Which kind of
So,
brings me to another piece that I have that touches on that.
see, well,
Mm-hmm.
share, you know, because
I don't like you because this is exactly what we talked about, and it's going its own way.
I told you, you gotta let God, you know, that's what he does. He gets a flow going and we jump in the rhythm and you just let the rhythm take you, you know.
Right? I want to make sure it's even here. It's okay. So that piece, because when you said about being angry or needing to cry, so I don't know. Again, I woke up with this poem on my heart, and it's a kind of way of looking at things in another way again. So it's titled "Angry Black Woman." And that's the first. I would say that this style is the first time I wrote something like that. I'm gonna have to read it off my device. But yeah, in the meantime, it's just something where I thought about what does that mean to me when that phrase is normally shared. It's shared in such of like it can be looked at like such a very stereotypical way, and then I'm like. I like to flip things. I'm just like, no, I have, if I'm going to live, if I'm going to be even under this stereotype, I have to define what it means for me. And there are times to be angry. Like, hello.
Before you,
So
you do that, wait a minute. Before you do the poem, and let me say this. If I'm angry, I have a right to be angry. The Bible says as long as I don't carry out what I want to do in that anger, we good. So
right.
say what you want, say what you will, honey. If I'm angry, I'm going to express it. Now I express it. I get angry. I'm like, okay, I got angry because I was hurt. I'll go ahead and deal with the hurt, shed some tears, you know.
Like we have to. Well, that's a part of what we teach in the art workshops. It's like you need to acknowledge your emotions. You can't really heal what you don't uncover. So
exactly, deny them because somebody say you shouldn't be angry.
Yeah. Okay. Again, this is very raw and fresh. So here it is. I feel like I would still work with this one, but this is what here it goes. Who have I become? I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry that my rage has gotten out of place, out of your comfort zone, and I cannot keep my emotions on lockdown, and I cannot keep my emotions on lockdown. I cannot quarantine them any longer than you can wear a mask on your nose. I cannot suffer in silence, so I'm sorry. And I'm not sorry, because I have become the target of the stereotype that you wanted me to be. So should I be ashamed of having these feelings, of this burden, of this inner torment? This inner torment that I have had to experience on my own, and they say she is the angry Black woman. And I'll be damned and say, sorry, I gotta go over this again. Can I start over? I'll start over.
It's okay. Yes, sweetie. Take your time. Take your time.
Because I gotta read through this one. Okay, here we go. Come on, laptop. Here we go. Who have I become? I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that my rage has gotten out of place, out of your comfort zone, and I cannot keep my emotions on lockdown. I cannot quarantine them any longer than you can keep a mask above your nose. I cannot suffer in silence. And I'm sorry. And I'm not sorry, because I have become the target, the stereotype that you wanted me to be. So should I be ashamed of having these feelings, of this burden, this inner torment? this inner torment that I've had to experience on my own. And they say she is the angry Black woman. And I'll be damned if I say it ain't so. I am not the angry Black woman. I am the raging woman, for I am angry with the way that I have to ask permission to be able to express my humanity. My humanity does not need to be defined, questioned, or explained. I am tired. I am the angry, enraged woman that is fed up of having the cycle repeat itself over and over and over again. I am angry that I didn't decide to say no a long time ago. I kept feeling sorry for other things which never made things right, and I'm tired of trying to fit in a world that doesn't even speak my name. I am enraged by the thoughts that my future children would need to even be afraid. Walking down the streets to go in places where they're to learn only to have their souls and their identity burned like pages of left behind history books. So I am the angry Black woman, and I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. How dare you? How dare you question my worth? I'm tired of the brokenness in the community and in the homes because no one ever truly said that we didn't have to live this way, that the story could be retold. That our pen could be mightier than the sword. And I'm sorry that I can only love you from the space to which I have learned to love myself when I have only learned to live under the gaze of those who cannot say my name. So I am what they call me? No, I am the raging Black woman, and it is then that I say, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
And the deal is, we shouldn't have to be ashamed if someone does something to us. You have a right to be angry because they didn't have a right to do that. Don't take my choice. Don't take away from me when I didn't give you permission, you know? So yes, it's your God-given right, you know, to be angry, because vice versa, if the roles were switched, they would be pissed. No one wants to be, you know, don't do something unto someone if you don't want that done. It's just as simple.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't apologize. You know?
That's what's up. And, you know, the essence, like the real key thing for me when I was thinking about that is that line where I talk about humanity. Like, you don't need to define your humanity to anyone. You just exist and show up in this world. You don't have to explain. Humanity is the most essential. That is your existence. You don't need to explain it. And then I think about my background is also in social justice. So when I think about like being angry, it is more of like, you know, the righteous anger, the anger of this is something that shouldn't be. Like when you see a child being hurt or abused, like,
come on,
we're angry for the things that we know shouldn't be and should be just. So it's completely okay. And I wanted to step it up another level to say, no, we should, if you want to call us that, then that's okay, because we actually should be here. Like, we shouldn't be settled with and accepting of. We need to have enough motivation to take action in the necessary form. So that is where that part of the enrage, and I am, because we're speaking to and against what is unacceptable, and that's it. We're not going to be just accepting of it because, oh, we're just whatever, right? So that's just kind of the thoughts behind that.
I hope that you can, because I know you have, you know, to get up early, but whenever you can, the guest is coming on at 10 p.m. I hope you can check out her interview, because it's about domestic violence and how she came into poetry, and she's an advocate for women and children, you know, who are being abused. So
yes, yeah,
that's something. Sure. You have. I'm telling you, I'm so glad that I don't usually do. Every now and then I do 2 shows, but I'm so glad that I had this time with you. You're an awesome person, and I like your poetry because it you're touching on things that are going on in the world that, like you said, people try to hide or want to sweep under the rug. they think that when they call us the angry Black woman, that they're putting us down. It's like, no, honey, because like you said, call us the raging women because the deal.
Yeah, I earned my space. I earned my space to have the emotions I have.
Exactly.
Yes.
And our thing is, like I said, we can be angry, and as long as we don't have to go out and hurt someone,
Yeah, it's not in a chaotic. This is more of a realistic, conclusion. Yeah, we're not angry at people. We're also angry at a system. So there's a lot of layers in that.
Exactly. And that's the deal with changing the system. See, people think it's just, well, these people just thought different. No, it's a system that's been put in place for years upon years.
Right.
That's what we need wisdom of. How do you break that down? And it starts with one, it starts with me, it starts with you, it starts with this person.
Right.
That's how systems are changed. So, yes. Now, my dear, wait a minute, because I have no clue, because we've just been going on and on.
Oh, no, we down to the close?
Yeah, yes, because I at least have to go to the bathroom and get something to eat before I bring my next guest on.
Girlfriend, you should have known better.
I know we was going to go.
Oh, we could have gone on and on, just like when we were on the phone, but this was great.
It's been like almost an hour and a half. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Oh, wow. Yes. Because then we kind of did more, but yes, this was fun.
Yes, very much so. Totally enjoyed.
And I will love to have you on my show, and maybe because I have more. I have now. You got me going. I have other pieces I want to share with you, like on another.
Well,
Yes.
I'm going to come on your show, and we'll both share. How about that?
Yes, we'll do that. We'll set that up.
Yes, I'd like that a lot. But please, before you go, say some encouraging words to the audience, please, and tell them where they can find you in your creative workshop and your Drop the Mic show.
All right. So, y'all, thank you so much for supporting, and thank you so much for showing up. Listen, my catchphrase is always the same thing. You are unstoppable. Ain't nobody stopping you but you. This is spring. We've gone into a new season, so I want you to spring forward into action, into your goals, into your dreams, whatever you have on your mind to do, go get it done. This is your time to pivot, to go for it. So where can you find me? You can find me at Summer Rose the Poet. Every Thursday night, I will have a feature for Drop the Mic Thursday. You can also book a one-to-one with me where we can do some artistic creative expression and work on some of the things that you want to work on using art as a tool. So that's pretty much it. Look out for what I got next, and I'll see you when I see y'all. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. So this has been a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with the fabulous Summer Rose. Thank you so much, dear. And I will see you again soon. Peace and blessings.
Yes, blessings. Ashe.
You guys, thank you so much. I will be back in 30 minutes at 10 p.m. with a taste of the Black Butterfly. So please come back and join us. And thank you again for all who joined in and all who's come and tuned in and joined in. Thank you so much. God bless you.